Drumma Batallion.
Another night slips away. In other words, I should say there are no words. You should say there are no words. Another night slips away. In other words, I should say there are no words. You should say there are no words.
Like, don't you know, man, don't you know it's long gone? Like, don't you know it's all wrong? She's all gone, and she ain't coming back. When she was meeting you, you should've been right there for that. Now she headed home, you still all alone. Should've hit her phone sooner, she ain't texting back. Didn't have time for that, you were choosing rap. Made that decision, didn't listen, now you'll live with that. Cause she was there for you, when everything was headed south. Came back and you weren't the man you used to be all about. Blinded by the lights in your teenage fantasy. Weren't living for now, you were living how it about to be. You were about to live that rock star life. She could've been your rock star wife. And now you sitting home all night, all because you didn't grasp what was in your sight.
Another night slips away. In other words, I should say there are no words. You should say there are no words. Another night slips away. In other words, I should say there are no words. You should say there are no words.
Are you happy? No, really, are you now? Figure out all the shit that had you tripping out. Got so ready for the lights, and then you chickened out. Said you were all about your dreams, what the hell you talking about? Didn't move, didn't make moves in the place you were. Weren't igniting anything, waiting for it to occur. It'd be nice, but you know that success is not an open door. Sitting at that opening, not sure who you were waiting for. Gotta bust through like you don't care what lies behind it. Cause if you aren't looking, you know that you won't ever find it. Listen to you, I mean you go back and rewind it. Play your old tapes back, remember why you're fucking grinding. It's to inspire youth, to inspire truth. It's to inspire, make a living off of what is you. I mean you're really giving when you're really giving you. So you gon' go and get it, don't look back at what you'll lose.
Another night slips away. In other words, I should say